Don't you want rock that world? You's a top girl. Me and you together is a rock that girl. Drive round the town and I a drop shop girl. Top shop girl. Little more than don't you want rock that world?
Baby boy, you say no. Give it up to Sean Hoyer. Feel my fantasy.
Girls never want to say, baby, you can leave you.
And this is why nobody trusts their partner anytime their partner steps outside of the house. And this is also why artists are no longer valued for their music or for their talents, because when they do things like this on a public stage like the Super Bowl, you expect us fans to just close our eyes and not be intrigued by what we see? Come on, man. You know that's a bunch of nonsense. But before we continue on with this topic and what I have to say, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like this video and make sure you share this video. Once again, I will say it if you're still listening. Subscribe to the channel.
From the start,
Know that sure that one for me.
it's clear for everyone to see. Oh, baby. It started when we were younger. You were mine. Now another brother's taking over, but it's still in your right. My oh, my oh, my oh, my oh, my ooh.
See, it's rare you find people like us.
Now, even though Usher is well known and established in his career as an artist, it just seems like people cannot get a break of doing something that will make people on social media react in the way that they like them to react. Usher had an amazing performance at the Super Bowl, bringing on different artists. And one that seems to be making the rounds online is the one that he did with Alicia Keys. Not because the performance was so amazing, of course, no. That's the least of their reasons, of course. It is because for people that are married, Usher just recently married, why are you groping or why are you feeling on the bodies of another person that is not your spouse, especially on the big stage like the Super Bowl? And this is not the first time we know him to be doing things like this. We know he normally does it on his tours, brings a female guest on stage and gives her some type of lap dance. He did it with Keke Palmer, as we all knew, some couple months ago. And he's done it with various fans. Now he's doing it with Alicia Keys. Now, this is my own thing. Wherever there's smoke, there's fire. But sometimes there's just fire without the smoke, and sometimes there's just smoke without the fire. How has Keke and her relationship ended up? Can y'all remember? Because I can clearly remember. Do y'all remember that when Keke and Usher was going viral for doing this, people were saying that it's not a big deal, nothing is going on behind the scenes. But what did other people say? That does not sound like a healthy relationship of what's going on between Keke and now her baby daddy that she filed a restraining order against. People made excuses. And I thought it was all planned, to be honest, just to get people talking, but apparently it was not. But people made excuses to excuse their wrong behavior, especially for two people, in which one was in a committed relationship at the time that we knew of, and the other one was just, all over the place. And now look at what's happened. And for some reason, people are trying to do the same thing, hiding behind the fact that they're artists and they're just performing. Excuse me, do you see Beyonce doing something like this? I don't think so.
Don't you want rock that world? You's a top girl. Me and you together is a rock that girl. Drive round the town and I a drop shop girl. Top shop girl. Little more than don't you want rock that world?
Baby boy, you say no. Give it up to Sean Hoyer. Feel my fantasy.
Girls never want to say, baby, you can leave you.
You cannot tell me that if they didn't want to do this, it wouldn't have happened. You cannot tell me that. But of course, when there's a crack, you can count on Usher to do what he can to slither through the hole in the wall. And now Alicia Keys is the topic of today's discussion. And her husband responded to the whole thing online, but of course it was a smart response that he gave, because that's not something that he should handle on a public platform, which I'm sure he knew that if he's to discuss this with his wife, he would do it in the privacy of their home. But when it comes to people outside, we got people on social media and people with platforms making excuses for what they just did or what they just performed on the Super Bowl stage. And I'm having a hard time believing it, because do they actually believe what they're saying? Or do they actually don't want to see that there could potentially be a problem with two people that are married doing things like this? And people are trying to compare it to a movie role. But let me tell you something. A movie role, there's a script. It's planned out. Now, if they planned this out, that's a total different thing. And if the man was aware, her husband and Usher's new wife, because he is married, then it's fine. It is what it is. But people are saying that from the look of her face, she did not plan it. And if she did not plan it, this is a red flag, because what type of character do you have to go against something that wasn't planned in private to do it in public, because the stage will not let them react the way that they actually wanted to react? If this whole thing was planned, throw my opinion outside the window. But if it wasn't, this is something that we all need to talk about, because she's not at fault here. And unfortunately, she's the one that's going to bear the consequences, because she is the one that's been in a long-term relationship. Usher just got married a couple days ago. And Usher, we all know what Usher has. But ain't nobody thinking about Usher. And I heard that they had a thing before in the past. That's just what I heard. I'm not too sure. It's just a rumor. But if they did have a thing in the past, oh, this is just going to make things a lot messier when it comes to the discussion that she will have with her husband behind closed doors. Now, if this was planned, they definitely knew the response that they were going to get. And my question to you people that are watching this video, please let me know your opinion in the comment section. If this was planned, do you really think that they had to do this to get the response that they wanted? I personally believe that if they did not do this thing on stage, their performance would just have gone viral if they did it well and they sang well and they performed well. Most people don't need to do all these tactics to get people to respond. It's just because it's the easy way out and they're tired of working on their craft, which they can work on to get the equal response. But at the end of the day, you are in control of the type of responses that people give you, because you're the one that's putting your actions and behavior for the public to watch. And let me know your opinion in the comment section below. One more time, subscribe to the channel.